here's a particularly negative one, as there's always at least one negative Facebook story a week. Facebook plan to launch Instagram for children. So you currently have to be 13 years old to be able to use Instagram. Obviously, there's a suggestion that there's a lot of children faking that so that they can have an account when they're 10, 11 or 12. But they're planning to launch a version that would get you addicted when you're much more of a child. But Mark Zuckerberg seems to be under quite significant pressure at the moment to actually not do that. I think frankly, quite obvious reasons. So the New York Times, which I think we're showing right now, we're demonstrating that at the minute. There's a couple. What's this one we've got here there, Sam? There's a campaign for commercial-free childhood in Boston, leading a letter to send over to Facebook. This has been across the BBC. It's getting quite a lot of coverage at the moment, but generally a lot of people grouping together there to write an open letter to Mr. Zuckerberg to say, don't do this, it's silly. It's a shame Graham Chapman's gone, isn't it? Because it would be nice for him to just be told that it was silly. It is very silly indeed, isn't it?
Yeah. I think, Instagram is just... people are obsessed with themselves, and quite naturally, people just gravitate to showing images of themselves or whatever. A child... I suppose maybe children would be taking photos of the, trip to the zoo or something like that. You'd hope.
It quickly spirals, though, doesn't it?
Yes, exactly. And little dark corners of the internet happen. But maybe innocently, the idea was put out there, but the reality is it's not going to. Yeah, here we go. The article says the reality is that kids are online. They want to connect with their family and friends and have fun and learn, and we want to help them do that in a way that's safe and age appropriate. But
well, the other thing as well is it does mention in here about the advertising, and they wouldn't be intending to advertise to the younger children, the people under 13. But it's bad enough that they're advertising to people under 16 anyway. I think or even more vulnerable areas as well. This is how we end up creating these social bubbles, social media bubbles, and I don't think it's not positive to encourage. There's so much advertised content on there, which I think a lot of it reinforces negative stereotypes.
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's much more to say on that. It's a terrible idea, Zuckerberg. What are you playing at?